What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be showing off the brand new Blue Eyes deck profile, so stick around and check out from DUAD, Duelist Advanced.
It's over for you. Here's Cyber Dragon. I exceed summon a monster. Cyber Dragon Nova. Check this out. Cyber Dragon Infinity arrives. I shall be victorious. Attack! Cyber Dragon Infinity. All I need is victory.
Okay, so I took this deck to Nats in Still Oregon. My previous video showed a little bit more off of like the scenes and stuff, the opening of the Duelist Advanced set, so I showed it off a bit better. But yeah, we took this deck. We didn't do too good. It was 4-4, 8 rounds of Swiss, and I played against Mitsurugi Rizal, White Forest, Branded, Labyrinth. So Labyrinth, Dynamorphia, and yeah. So anyway, but let's get into deck profiles. This is 2 Blue Eyes White Dragon. We're still running 2 Blue Eyes White Dragon. When Kaiba Man comes in the post, we'll do a different video with the likes of these. When Kaiba Man comes out, we'll have to run 3 Blue Eyes, Chaos Max, Magia build, and we'll do that later on in the channel if you keep an eye out. But yeah, Blue Eyes Jet Dragon put a lot of work in at Nats. It your opponent kind of doesn't know how to get around it. As soon as your opponent tries somebody special summon it, a good few games I won was because of Jet Dragon. It's just an annoyance to your opponent. 2 Neo Kaiser Seahorse. I was running that 1, but 2 just seemed to be, my consistency was all over the place. I kind of had too many hand traps. This has changed a little bit since then, but I was running 3 Mulcharmy Fulos in the main, and I was constantly seeing, or even drawn, top deck and Fulos for my turn, which is why some of the games I lost pretty badly. But yeah, Sage, some of the best cards. A lot of people weren't ready even for the effect to send from hand, target a monster, send it, and then special summon like a jet from deck if you have Blue Eyes. They weren't ready for that at all, and that kind of caught some people off guard, which is kind of cool. Then we have 3 of the Maiden, one of the best cards in the set. You just another one was I summoned it, and because I think somebody locked me out of hand effects. Can't remember what it was, but yeah, I was able to normal summon it and then send it from field as well to get True Light. And somebody wasn't even expecting that you could get True Light from grave with Maiden, which is pretty sweet. So yeah, 3 wishes. See, people are still running 2, but I don't get it. Like I want to see it in my opening hand, and I never drew a second one, which was kind of sweet, you know. The 1 Mausoleum. Your opponent tries to stop this any way they can, especially with the Link monster to search it. But yeah, Ultimate Fusion, because you've seen the Sectarion Dragon, so we need a way to summon it. The 1, you can't even see with the shine. The 1 Roar, which actually came in clutch as well. If you control a Blue Eyes, you can summon Jet Dragon from in defense position and use that for fodder or whatever, and then later on, if you destroy a card, you can use it again. True Light, because it is again one of the best cards, as well as like your opponent destroying it is such a pain. And then Majesty again came in clutch just to have that destruction. Yeah, the deck performed well when it performed, but then like it was all down to like just bad draws is what fucked me up really, like which means I just have to sort out consistency a little bit better, I suppose. And I know I'm not making it any better saying I'm going to run Kaiba Man and 3 Blue Eyes and Chaos Max, that's just more. But I might start thinking of like a 44 build or something, because this is 40 straight. But anyway, yeah, Primite. As soon as people see this as well, they were worried. Primite is just such a strong engine, separate with Drill Beam. And then 3 Lordly Load. I sold 2 at Nats, so that's why it only looks like there's 3. But Lordly Load is amazing. Normally what you do is if you have Ether Barrel, you'd normal summon, you'd set the Lordly Load, activate Lordly Load, search for Drill Beam, and then Drill Beam is live if you have a Blue Eyes on field or in hand or Primite in hand. So normally what you do is you do True Light on your opponent's turn, summon the Blue Eyes, and then your Drill Beam is is active. I'll show Drill Beam while I'm here. Yeah, Drill Beam is just a cool card. It negates a face-up card, spell or trap, banishes it. It's pretty sweet. Into hand traps now. I don't have Primite Fusion yet. I tried to get a trade for it off somebody. But if we were doing that build, I could just, you take one of the Neo Kaiser seahorses out and you'd run Primite Fusion. 2 Nibiru, 3 Ash Blossom, 2 Veiler. At Nats, I was only running the 1, and it was fine because it was searchable when you already had Maiden or Sage in hand. But I upped it to 2 again because I took out the Mulcharmies. So what I had was 1 less Neo Kaiser, 1 less Effect Veiler, and something else. And I had the 1 Effect Veiler, but yeah. One of the best hand traps at the moment is Droll. Every time I seen Droll, it stopped my opponent, whether it be the games of White Forest, I drew it, I won. The games of Mitsurugi Risel, I drew it, I won. Mainly, they would make a very bad board and pass, or just scoop as soon as they seen Droll, which was nice. There was one game where I drew so bad that I had to actually normal summon the Droll, send it for the Link 1, and then go into my Blue Eyes plays that way. And I lost that game because of that. That was the Labyrinth Dynamorphia 60 card build or whatever it was. But yeah, the 1 call by and then 3 Imperm is what we're running. Yeah, so the only thing I would change is going forward when the Primite stuff comes is add a Primite Fusion in there, and in the extra deck the Primite Fusion Monster, which I don't currently have, but I am running this card. So this card is going to be big in the future. A lot of people run it in like Dragon Tail and different stuff, but this would have helped me. Like, you think of the matchups I had, which was White Forest. I had a Blue Eyes mirror match, and I had Mitsurugi Risel, which would make a difference. But this is a floodgate for any dragon or spellcasters. So what you use is Ultimate Fusion for this. 1 dragon and 1 spellcaster. It loses 100 per banished. And when Primite Fusion comes, I get Primite Fusion, I'll use it for that. You can use it depending on what you're up against. But yeah, your opponent can't activate special summoned effects of special summoned dragon or spellcaster monsters. You can target, and then you can target a dragon or spellcaster who gave her a special summon, and if you do, place the other on the bottom of the deck, so you can target like a Maiden and a Blue Eyes, special summon Blue Eyes, or special summon a Maiden, whatever you want. It's just a really, really cool card. If I was able to play that in Nats, I would have won against the White Forest. Obviously, I beat 1 White Forest, lost against the first one. Yeah. And then Mitsurugi Risel was just flooded. And then I can't believe I lost against the fucking what was it called? Oh, the Labyrinth Dynamorphia. But I beat the mirror match, which is the main thing as well. We have the 1 Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. It came in clutch once, I think, when our opponent tried to target something Blue Eyes. Tyrant is the MVP. Genuinely, the amount of times your opponent sees this, and the 1 Labyrinth game I did win, this came out and it wasn't affected by traps. Just a very, very good card. Yeah. I misplayed it 1 time against a Mitsurugi Risel. I could have set a Majesty from it after attacking, but I forgot and only noticed after, which would have, I don't know if it would have won me the game, but it definitely would have helped. Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon. Sometimes you just end with a Spirit, just get it out, and then Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit. Or even if your opponent is going to like destroy your True Light, at least when this card is destroyed, even by True Light, you can special summon a Light Dragon from grave. But yeah, running 2 Spirit. And the reason being is, with Mitsurugi Risel, my idea was it has a grave effect negate. So what I was trying to do was constantly my opponent knowing they have a grave effect negate, like. But yeah, the one game I won, the one Mitsurugi Rise, one of the most important games I won, was because of Ancient Fairy Life Dragon. Because what happened was he didn't think I had game. He didn't think I'd be able to make the 8,000. What I had was I had Tyrant, I had Spirit, and he had like 3 or 4 monsters on the field, and I had a Blue Eyes, I think. I could be wrong, but yeah. So I Blue Eyes Tyrant hit into all of his monsters, getting rid of whatever damage he got rid of. Blue Eyes Spirit attacked. The Blue Eyes attacked, and then Spirit was able to pop out with its effect during the battle phase. Put this in defense, and this attacks while in defense, which is another 33, winning me the game. He wasn't expecting it, and then sided heavily when he knew this was out, and I lost the game 3. As well, my dice rolls are very, very bad. But anyway, that's just excuses. Lightstorm Dragon came in clutch as well. A lot of the time, my opponent just had back row that I was worried about, whatever it was, and Lightstorm Dragon just helped me stop them very easily. A lot of people say they don't really see Black Rose Moonlight Dragon, but again, it helped me because if I'm ending with, let's say, Spirit, and pass to opponent, I have a grave negate, but then I also send it and have, if you don't want to negate, let's say, you just have a bounce, which is really nice. It came up a couple of times and it was fun. The one card I will be cutting is Typhon. I understand Typhon. I feel like maybe I don't know how to utilize its effects properly, because every time I use it, it seems that, yeah, you're just going to lose the game anyway. So you're better off scooping than using this, and then your opponent's just getting over it next turn because you're not doing anything with it. But yeah, I don't know. I understand Typhon, but I don't know. It's not really in testing. I don't go into it, and your opponent rarely has 3,000 beat sticks, you know. Anyway, SP Little Knight didn't go into it once. The 2 Heretic Seals I got rid of for 1 liner, and went into 1 a lot, but never the second one. So that's why it's obviously run at 1. So I'll change that as well. And then the 2 Spirit. There's a question to be said about 3 Spirit, but the 2 Spirit I definitely went into both. For a grindy game, maybe the third one is important. I don't know. But yeah. Then we have the 2 Lancia. Didn't go up against Malice at all. So I'm sure like a Malice hit all the top spots at Nats. So that'll tell you how bad I was doing. They didn't pair me up with any Malice players. There was like, I think 280 players or something mad, but yeah, Lancia is good for Malice. Malice flooded. If I did better, I'm sure it would have came up. Then I have the 3 Fulos. Fulos came up and won me 1 game in White Forest. But I had it in the main. I went first. Didn't see it, thankfully. Game 2, he went first. I did see it. So I didn't side it out. But I was like, this could have been a starter. And I just used it for game 2. So that's why it's there. Another kind of clutch thing. Obviously, I didn't win my Mitsurugi Ryzel matches. But Ghost Spell is great against those. Most of their effects activate in Grave. Again, maybe I misplayed a lot. I don't know. But yeah. I think it's a good card. Effect Veiler, just in case you want the third one. I had 3 Salesman, and the reason Salesman was just in case someone else drolled me, let's say, first game. I would side this in and use Salesman to stop a droll, but nobody ever drolled me. It never came up, and nothing ever consistently was used Salesman. Most of the things that beat me were used during, let's say, standby phase that people would activate. So Salesman was kind of useless. Bar Stop maybe 1 card, but it didn't make a difference, so I didn't even side it in once. Lightning Storm came in clutch again with the likes of Labyrinth and Dynamorphia. It helped a lot. Did he set 5? I activate Lightning Storm, and did he activate all 5 cards to special summon many Labyrinth? Yes, so it didn't really matter, but it was there. he would have activated if I didn't use it either. So, and then triple tactics talents, just in case you know you're going first or second. I don't know, maybe put it into the main eventually. I just wanted it there just for the sake of having it. But yeah, that is it for the deck profile. Like I said, eventually now I will be doing an update, and that is with maybe testing out Kaiba Man and Magia, because it's a cool little build. Basically what I would do is Kaiba Man is searchable, so you just need the one. You need 3 blue eyes. Kaiba Man makes you reveal all 3 blue eyes, whether it be deck, grave, hand, whatever, and then a special summons one. And then you would synchro for something, and then you would banish Kaiba Man to search for your blue eyes Chaos Max, and then you would use Ultimate Fusion then to you'd use Wishes and Ultimate Fusion basically to fuse off Blue Eyes Ultimate and Chaos Max to summon Magia, and that would be the idea of that. And Magia is an amazing card. A 3 negate is pretty sweet. So yeah, that's the idea. I got these at Nats, so something came of it. And then I will, like 100% I'm going to be running the Primite stuff. I need to get Lordy Loads back. But yeah, you'd be running Primite Fusion, which is searchable off Ether Barrel or Lordy Load, and then you fuse for the fusion. But you can fuse for like Tyrant, you can fuse for the Sectarion or whatever, which is pretty sweet. But yeah, I definitely want to keep this deck going forward. I'm not going to change. I'm just going to update. Maybe when Dragon Tail comes out, I'll look at like maybe a Dragon Tail build. I've been seeing a lot of stuff like that. But yeah, definitely sticking with Blue Eyes. I like it. Although it didn't do me justice. Like, one of my main problems was every time I seen, like, okay, so one hand I had, I don't know, 5 hand traps. So that Ash, Droll, Mulcharmy Fulos, Infinite Impermanence, maybe 2 Infinite Impermanence, and I could stop my opponent. I think it was actually Mitsurugi Rise. It was the first game I did it. I stopped my opponent completely. They ended on a shipboard. All I needed was 1 starter to get, like, you know, win the game, and I top decked the second Mulcharmy Fulos. So my hand had literally nothing, no engine at all, which is really annoying. And then there was other games where I would open, against Mr. Rizal again, where I'd open a full hand, let's say. I'd open 2 Sage, 2 Maiden, a Wishes, no hand traps, and my opponent would build a board that was impossible to get over. That even if I had 1 Ash, would have maybe slowed it down a little bit. And then you'd end up scooping because you can see, let's say your opponent has 5 negates or interruptions, back rows, hands full, you know, and you only have, make use Sage, get that negated, maybe even destroyed, go into the link, get that negated, even destroyed, especially on the blue eyes. You're ending on the blue eyes, you're going to pass next turn, it's just better off scooping and wasting people's time. But yeah, so that was the problem. I need to figure out in future how to boost consistency in a way. Or maybe it was just down to the bad draws as well as bad dice rolls. But yeah, I went 4-4 and didn't make top cut, which is fair. No blue eyes hit anywhere near top 32. It was literally, there was 1 Exodia deck. Mainly Malice and Mitsurugi. And there was 1 Crystron actually that got top 16, I think, which was kind of cool. And there was something else, but I can't remember. But anyway, yeah, that's it for the video, guys. Please stick around for a Super Quant deck profile coming up in the next video. It's just cool with the new cards that's in it. It makes it kind of interesting. But anyway, yeah. Thanks for watching and good luck.